Yeah, g'day everyone. It's Stephen O'Keefe from Stephen O'Keefe Builders. I've got Mark Zanos here with us. Mark's our building designer. Does a fair bit of work. We do a fair bit of work with, and we're in Mark's office. And Mark, we were talking the other day, and we decided that we put together a bit of a video as far as how Mark can help everyone get through the whole minefield of the whole design process and the things that he sees that are significant issues with a lot of people he meets, and how he can help you get through those issues. Thanks for catching up today, Mark.
No worries.
Mark, what's since you've been in the industry, what do you find is the biggest thing that really annoys you within the industry?
It's probably the planning process. It does delay projects quite a bit, and the best way I've found is if I represent the client, we run the application through, provide thorough documentation, and it streamlines the whole thing so the council aren't coming back and forward for information, because every time they do that, the clock stops at their end. So the best way is to do detailed sort of planning drawings with the report, and that streamlines it through, and we get a decision faster.
Okay, yeah. So if the client decides to do that themselves, if they miss some important documents, it just keeps going back and forth to council and just slows it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Even more.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is quite a complex thing, the planning, with the zonings where you live in the part of the vulnerable or surrounds. And then there's overlays that could affect you, like heritage or design development overlays, which could affect heights of buildings, or there's all sorts of things. So it's quite detailed. So most people wouldn't have a knowledge of how to go about responding to that,
including me.
So that's why I usually do that role, or sometimes I engage a planning consultant for the more complicated ones.
Okay. Yeah. So the projects will get started quicker, and
yeah, that's
which
right.
helps everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you find with the number one fear of clients coming in to your office?
Would be the budget. Usually they've got a limitation when they come in that this is the maximum we can go to. So can we have what we're after within that budget? And I can't always answer that. Like, I usually would like the input of a builder from an early stage. So I'm not just designing the full drawings and they're financially committing for the whole amount, and then finding out later on from the builders that they can't afford the project. So working with you from an early stage, you can give me updates on costings and some direction if you can see any issues that might come up.
So this becomes a collaboration,
like
so to speak.
Design and build.
Yep. Mark, how can you help our clients traverse the minefields associated with the entire building industry?
Probably the best way is obviously working closely with the builder and the client from the start.
Yeah.
Once we meet and get a detailed brief off the client, I can flag any potential issues that I might see, whether that be planning related or building related, and then we can design either around it or address it in the early stages, so it's not an issue down the track. Once we get those initial designs done, we work with a close team of engineers, energy raters and other trades that you obviously use quite a bit, and so do I. So we've got a good working relationship. They're all approachable and passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
So if there's any queries from any of those parties, they're happy to talk to the clients and resolve any problems.
Yeah. That's great, Mark, and same for us. Just that collaboration. You find people that are really passionate about what they do, and it shows with the results. So, what do you find most people want to get out of their build? Like, what's really important for people that you find that what people have on their wish list, and what do they really want to get out of their build?
Yeah, one of the big things would be a well-designed house. One that's energy efficient, that they're not excessively heating or cooling during the winters and summers. So they want a well-designed house that's sited well on the property so they can maximise sun. Another thing would be street appeal or a point of difference, so that their house from the outside doesn't look like all the other houses around them. So a bit of individuality, I guess you'd say. Another thing that seems really popular now is a big emphasis on high-end bathrooms, kitchens, en-suites. I don't know if it's something that's come from the block, but people want to spend a lot of money on these rooms and make it almost like a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been really popular. And also outdoor areas, people are putting a lot of money into them, making them year-round rooms that can be closed off in the winter months, and decked out with barbecues and TVs.
So it becomes like an indoor-outdoor
yeah,
type area.
And with access to and from the house, so you can spill out from the house into those areas. So that's become quite common. Yeah, people want to live their life inside and outside as much as possible, with big opening doors that go in between. So,
and I remember the design you did on the house in Dennington Rise for us, and I always remember the quite a few people stopped and told me that, you know, this house looked different. Every other house looked all the same, boring, and your design, everyone's decided that had a second look at it. And when we were building it, was towards the end of the final stages, there's quite a few people that actually come past it, and you'd see them turn around and drive past again, and do a 3 laps past it.
It's always good to hear something like that. It's a bit of a compliment, I find.
Head turner. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
there's just a point of difference with what you're doing compared to everyone else.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we love. What we do is, you know, we love to hear things like that as well. So, thanks for watching this video. Highly recommend Mark from Atlas Designs. So if you're looking for a building designer, doesn't come more highly recommended than Mark, and you'll really appreciate what he can do for you. Thanks for watching the video. And if you've liked this video, please like and share it. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.